Senator, at the retreat last week, you talked about border security, energy, defense, and the first reconciliation package. But what about some of the DOGE recommendations or spending reforms, deficit reduction? Does that move in the first package or in the second package? What's your vision on how to move that?
I'm a big fan of DOGE. I mean, I think that this is long overdue. We need a good scrubbing of the federal government. But I do believe that it's going to take us a bit of a time for them to, as they stand up that operation, take a hard look, scrutinize government operations, and figure out where we can achieve savings and efficiencies to be able to put that together into a legislative package. So that's why, in my view, it makes sense for us to move quickly on things we know we can do quickly, border, defense, energy, and then come back with another package that would address some of the savings that can be achieved through reductions in costs in various agencies and bureaucracies and government and programs, and then also deal with the expiring Trump tax cuts in a package later this year. But I think we can do both. We've got an opportunity to have a couple of different chances at a reconciliation package that would achieve all those objectives. One more, yeah.
As you know, there's a bicameral Republican push to delink our economy from China, specifically with a piece of legislation that would permanently end our most favored nation trading status with China. What is your view on that? What are the implications for the U.S. economy if we were to do that? Because it could ultimately result in another trade war.
Well, I mean, I think that the issue of the U.S. and our relationship with China is something that has received and will continue to receive a lot of scrutiny from members of Congress, and we'll be looking at policies that we think make sense in terms of promoting U.S. competitiveness globally and if necessary, remedying some of the bad behavior of the Chinese. I mean, I think one of the things that the President Trump and his team, as they take office, are going to be talking about is how China cheats on trade agreements. And I think that we have to be looking at the world today in a very clear-eyed way through a lens that understands that there are lots of threats out there, national security threats, obviously economic threats, energy. I think we've talked a lot about energy security being national security, and so as we address those issues, it will all be with an eye toward ensuring that the United States stays strong, competitive, and that where necessary, we're taking the steps to ensure that China is playing fairly and by the rules. And I think we know from past experience that they don't. And we know that they're constantly spying and trying to get into our networks. And I think we have to be very conscious of the threat that poses, not only to our national security interests, but I think to the daily lives and privacy of the American people. Thank you.